Hi, I'm Anastasia Grant. I had a kidney transplant 34 years ago, February 17th, 1983. When I was probably 18 years old, I was diagnosed with kidney disease. So when I was in probably my late 20s, the doctor did a biopsy of my kidney, and they determined that it was from a childhood disease, either chickenpox or measles, that stayed dormant in my kidney. And this was causing my kidney to fail. But I continued. I got married, had my family. I had 6 children, and everything came to a head probably in my late 30s. I was not feeling well. I got tired easy. And finally at 41, I had to have a kidney transplant. I had 6 children. The youngest, when I had the transplant, was 12. My oldest was 20. My boys were in sports at Billerica High School, and we tried to keep a normal family life. My husband had to work through all this ups and downs. The process was that it would be better if one of my brothers and sisters, where we had both a father and a mother, would be my donor. So I'm the youngest of 9, and every one of my brothers and sisters went into Boston to be tested, and it would take 2 weeks. Everyone was waiting who would be picked. My older kids, which was only 19 and 20, they definitely wanted to give me their kidney, but it was better if it was a brother and sister, and my brother was picked. We're 8 years different in age. He's 8 years older than I am, but we were like generic twins. But the transplant went well. I felt really good and good to get home with everything. One of the things the doctor told me, take your temperature station every day, take it. So every day I took it, and I was fine. So one day I looked at the thermometer. This virus is called the CNV virus. I guess anybody can have it. And my brother happened to have this virus, and I didn't. So having his kidney, it transferred to me. And if you have this virus, you cannot have a transplant. So I guess I was lucky in a way, because I wouldn't have had it today. But it made me very sick. I was very high temperatures. I couldn't, sometimes I was delirious. My temperature went up so high. But I was in the hospital. They took me in because my husband would call and say, her temperature's at 105, what do I do? This is probably into April, and I had my transplant in February. The virus got the best of me, and I came home. They sent me home. I didn't know what for, but I was glad to be home. But I guess they told my husband that there was nothing else they could do. So I just laid on the couch. And one day, my husband said, I'm going up to get the priest. And I said, why? He said, I am. But he came in, and he gave me the sacrament of the sick. And so I didn't even think about it, but I started to get better. And I never put it on that reason that I was getting better was because of the sacrament that I received. Thank God, because I have 17 grandchildren, 4 great-grandchildren, well, 3 great-grandchildren, 1 on the way. I get to see them all and enjoy everybody's accomplishments. As a side effect of my transplant, I take anti-rejection drugs, and I've taken them for 34 years. In the past probably 10 years, I've had skin cancers, and they have come about because of anti-rejection drugs. Taking any drugs for a long period of time has their side effects. I think that's a small price to pay for 34 years of health.